Welcome students, my name is Mr. Robertson and I'm going to take you through a short tutorial today on how to use the free program Pencil for animating. The first thing you'll want to do for my students is go to your graphics folder on your desktop, go to your animation folder on your desktop and find the program Pencil and open that up. You might want to pause this video until you have that ready, or you can go back and do this after you watch the video. So one of the things to notice with Pencil is that you have your tools in the upper left that are very much like any other graphic program drawing tools, except fewer of them, pen size and so on. And at the bottom you're going to have some items that you're not used to seeing in a drawing program, your timeline. Here's where you'll add different frames, they call them keys or keyframes, into your animation. On the right is a color palette as well. I would leave all of these things open. By the way, I noticed the first time I recorded this tutorial that whenever I put my mouse in this area, there's some sort of graphic that doesn't actually appear when you're using Pencil. So if there's something odd out here, just ignore that. It's not going to be something you will see when you use Pencil. Alright, so I've selected the paintbrush and I've already chosen a size that I like here for my animation. I'm just going to make a ball bounce. So I'm going to pick a color that I like, maybe just keep this dark orange or dark red. Dark green sounds good. And what I'm going to do originally is just click once in the canvas here, and you'll see it'll make a dot. Then I'm going to go and click keyframe, and you'll see now there are two frames down here. You can drag this to go back and forward. You're going to want to show the onion skin that shows the previous keyframe. When I click that, you'll see it'll look like there's something on the canvas, but that's just a faded out version of the previous keyframe. Reason for that being that way you can see what you've just done, so when you go to place the next ball, you'll be able to place it a good distance from the one you just made. So I'll click a new dot, add a keyframe, and repeat that a few times here. As soon as I think I've got enough of these to make it look like a ball bouncing, then I'll show you how the animation looks. So we don't need too many. For your animation, hopefully you'll do something a little more interesting than this. I'm just trying to show you how the tools work. And there we go. So the last thing we're going to do is notice how many frames per second we have, which is 12, so that's a good beginner speed. And then you'll notice this tool is clicked. This is the looping tool. If you don't click it and you click play, it should automatically rewind the first time and play through your animation the second time. Again, if you take the onion skin off, it'll look like your real animation is going to look. There we go. If you have the onion skin on, it's better for editing. If you want to loop it, you can press play and let it just continue to bounce over and over again. And of course, if you made it bounce backward from the other side, that would look cool, because then it would look like it was just bouncing around inside your screen. That's the beginning animation tutorial. Everything I just did was in the bitmap layer, and we can look at the vector layer next time, but for today's work you can just do things in the bitmap layer. Try to make about a 24 frame animation. You can make more if you have time. You can add as much little detail as you like, and you can use however many frames per second, but minimum of 12. I would say maximum of 24 frames per second. The more frames you have, and the smaller the changes in between frames, and the higher frame rate, the smoother your animation will look. In the next tutorial, I'll probably show you a little bit about the vector layer and what to do with your file when you're done.